kind of reminds me of the shout out thing that I went through. I took a lot of drama as one of my haters, like outed the fact that I sold advertising on my channel, from other channels. And, he lied about who my customer was. And it was like, he's 15 years old. He saved up all year. That was bullshit. He was 17. 17-year-olds more than capable of buying stuff. And I bought a car when I was 17. I had sex. More than capable of buying things, but he changed all the stats and stuff, and somehow decided that it was a bad thing. But to me, you know what, if if you're happy and your customer's happy, then there's no crime, and that's still where I fall on that thing. But I don't sell shoutouts anymore just because they're freaking too toxic, and I don't need it. It's a pain in the ass. People thought it was like 10 seconds of work. It was never 10 seconds of work. It was always hours of work that went into those things. You just can't tell. Back on topic, how we got from the start to where we are now. My last dual com, I guess, or shout out, I guess you'd call it, was at 10,000 subs, and I grew the rest on my own. And that's when I just started grooving. I uploaded channels, and I was right where I wanted to be. I wasn't like the biggest YouTuber or anything, but I was in the club, and that was the goal. I played with Pyro Puncher, I played with Wings, I played with FPS Kyle, I played with Blame Truthy. Did I play with Blame Truthy? I'm not quite sure. But I played with Hutch a couple times. And I got to know other YouTubers and stuff like that. And that was, it was a really cool thing. Like, it was right where I wanted to be. I remember in Modern Warfare 2, somewhere like in the springtime or so, I decided to play Gamebattles. And for me, it was like, all right, I've been playing a lot of pubs. We'll call that high school basketball. Why not play college, and see what they have there? If I play some Gamebattles, the things that I learn can make me do an even better job of teaching you stuff, because they play at a higher level at Gamebattles than they do in pubs. And my subscribers were mad. They were like, you're the unexceptional gamer. Why are you doing Gamebattles now? You're leaving us and becoming, an exceptional gamer. And to me, it was like, that's crazy talk. I'm just looking to play. And then we held tryouts to get on the team. And a lot of people, I think, were mad because they weren't on the team. But from my standpoint, it's like, look, the whole point in this thing is to do well and to learn from great players. That's why we're doing tryouts. And by the way, look how unfair this is. A tank drops on my head and kills me. I get stuck. But so that was actually like my first big episode of hate when I started to play Gamebattles with some guys, and they weren't happy with the way that I chose players. I didn't know any better. They weren't happy with all sorts of things, but that kind of passed. It turns out that almost all the hate on YouTube passes, right? It flows right by, and eventually you can almost predict how long it will be, unless you fake a nuke, which for reasons I can't explain is the worst crime you can possibly commit on YouTube. But everything else you do, just slips right on by. So through Modern Warfare 2, I kept uploading videos, and I remember, I think it was about this time that Wings of Redemption got his channel partnered, like his private channel partnered. Prior to this, the only monetized videos were the ones that you put on Respawn, which is that people kind of forget. Hutch more or less stopped uploading to his channel because he only uploaded to Respawn, and then when he became a Respawn employee, obviously he just kept doing the same thing, but. Hutch got his personal channel partnered, and he's like, I'm looking at the deal they're offering me, and comparing that to my views, and it was like a white collar salary. It was like a good amount of money, and I was really excited for him. And I was also thinking that I might have that someday. Like, it could be a kind of a cool thing, and I don't know. So I finally got partnered. I was actually partnered faster than Wings was. Wings got his contract, but it took him a little bit to sign it. And I got my contract, and I returned it right away, and I got my channel partnered up, and it was cool. And I calculated like how much money I could make off of it, and it was $5,000 a year, which might sound like a lot to you guys, but for me, like, I was working full time. I was, supporting a family and stuff, and $5,000 is welcome and helpful. But, shucks, I could do better than that by using my computer programmer skills if I wanted to take on like a side job. So this was clearly still in the realm of fun times and not so much like something I was doing as a professional thing on the side. But for Wings, it was, because he was a much more successful channel than I am. So that kind of hummed along in the summer of Modern Warfare 2, and then Black Ops came out, and I can't explain why my channel did well for Black Ops. I still to this day have no idea like what it was, even though I'm more YouTube savvy than I was at the time. For whatever reason, my channel won November. I had like a couple million view videos. My subscriber growth was out of this world. I think I had a day where I gained like 10 or 12,000 subscribers, which even today is that's a standout day. And I don't know why. Like, I uploaded a video on class setup. Was that it? Was it Shucks You, which was actually a pretty good video, but that was before Black Ops, the day before. Maybe they combined. I'm not sure, but I won, if you can't see my air quotes, November. Like, I gained more subs than like CNanners or Respawn or anybody, and that's when my channel really kind of took off, and that was cool, I guess. So through Black Ops, I just kept uploading my stuff. I actually had a really hard time getting good gameplay in Black Ops, especially the first half of it. In the first half of Black Ops, my network connection at the house was terrible. I was dropping like a third of my packets for you tech guys, and I never ever pulled host, right? You'd think you'd pull host like 10% of the time. I would go months without pulling host because it just never picked me. I was terrible. And somewhere midway through Black Ops, I got a better connection, and Black Ops updated their code, and those things combined for me suddenly having an easier time getting Black Ops gameplay, which was really cool. I liked Black Ops. I tend to like most of the Call of Duties. The only one, like, the noob tubes broke Modern Warfare 2. The people who watch my channel a lot kind of maybe know this, know my feelings on this stuff. But COD 4, World at War, the little bit I played it, Black Ops, and Modern Warfare 3, I like all those games. I had a good time, and I sometimes don't even understand like why other guys get so frustrated and mad and say this game is not as good as the previous ones. I think each one has gotten better than before. They just like, my theory is that maybe we've played it so much that it's harder to make us happy than it used to be. Like, I think that's what's going on. So Black Ops was good. In Black Ops, I tended to play with friends a lot. Like, my friends were really into Black Ops just like I was. And we were kind of this, like, I don't know, self-feeding, reciprocating kind of growth thing, right? Like Team Art, Onslaught, Bendro, me, Justra, Bash. We would play so much Black Ops together, and we'd all upload videos, and it was just like we all had this thing in common that was both gaming and YouTube, that we encouraged each other to do well. And it was a fun time. Like, I really enjoyed my time in Black Ops, even though, like I said, I struggled. It was pressure to get games. Like, I started uploading daily in the Black Ops period, or maybe even a little bit before that, and that meant that every night I played, I had to get at least one standout game. And there were times when it just crushed me. Probably some of you that suffer from lag compensation in Modern Warfare 3 will be like, man, I don't get this. I am consistently, and I'm not talking about one time, I'm talking about all night long, getting something like 14 kills and 12 assists. And you're like, damn. The reason I get 12 assists is partly because I've got great players on the team and they finish them for me, and partly because for me, I have to fire 20 bullets before I can get a kill. I sit there and get the jump on people, light them up, and still lose the gunfight. That would happen to me in Black Ops a lot. Not at the end, because a combination of their fixed code and my fixed network connection. But yeah, my initial Black Ops experience made it super hard to do well, and it wasn't me. It was just a broken game, and broken network connection. Somewhere towards the end of Black Ops, somehow we didn't play together as much anymore. Black Ops, it got a little bit worn. We had done so much of it, and like I think everybody started playing solo a little bit more than they did before. And then headed into Modern Warfare 3, I feel like it's been more solo than ever. And all of us feel the same way. Like, man, what happened? How come we don't play together? But we don't play together all that much. Like, I know Onslaught, great guy, Onslaught, if you don't know him. He's been working mega hard. Like, he's been putting in tons of overtime at work and such. And, he's got a wife, and he's got other things to concern himself with than YouTube. So that's why he's not playing. Bash, he's going through his own life stuff, but I think he's sort of exploring life outside of his living room, and that gets him off the console and gets him off YouTube. So like a Bender, I haven't actually talked to that much, but I know he's not playing as much as he used to as well. So what do you say? The gang sort of broke up, and now I'm in Modern Warfare 3, and I play solo a lot. But one thing I have discovered is playing with subscribers. I like to play with subscribers. I did live streaming on Painkiller already for a long time, and then I think before I live streamed Call of Duty, I did something else, and I was I guess scared to live stream Call of Duty. I was afraid that everyone would look at my bad games and give me a hard time. And the truth is, sometimes they do. Like sometimes when I'm not playing my best, the comments get really rough in my live stream, and they just hate on me like crazy. But for the most part, that's not how it goes, right? For the most part, they for the most part, I do okay in these games, right? Like I tend to finish in the top half of the lobby every time, just about, and maybe top 3 in the lobby most of the time. Sometimes first, I get first in the lobby more than my share, so that's kind of a cool thing. And then but still, there are definitely people in the lobby giving you a hard time, and part of a good live stream is being in a good mood, right? People don't want to watch some grumpy guy sit there and fuss about why everything sucks and it's not his fault. But when everything sucks and it's not your fault, to have like 5,000 people in the stream telling you how horrible you are, it makes it extra hard to be in a good mood. But I'm doing all the complaining now. The truth is, I love live streaming. I like doing it all the time. Sometimes I plan on doing it almost every day, and then I'm like, but if I do that, then I won't be able to, upload these videos. Or if I live stream right now, then this video I'm putting up won't perform well. And it's almost like my upload schedule prevents me from live streaming as frequently as I'd like to. But I really, really like to. So maybe I'll find a better balance going forward. I don't know. But yeah, now that I play less with like my YouTube friends, I play a lot more with you guys, and that's kind of cool. I do private lobbies a lot when I live stream, and the reason for that is that, well, one, there's more game types, or at least there used to be, and now they've added more game types to the game, so whatever. The other thing about live streaming with you guys is in private lobbies is that I can play with 18 people, so me plus 17 of you, and if you do that a couple times, I usually play with, I don't know, what would you guys guess? Like 120 people a night, something like that. So that's kind of a cool thing, right? That's a fair amount of guys. I'll never be able to play with all of you, but I can play with a lot of you, and that's a good start. I like it when one of the reasons that I have you guys join my live stream is that it makes me less responsible. Like, if you want to get in my live stream, a lot of that has to do with your live stream joining skills. Whereas previously it was like, Woody, you didn't pick my message, you skipped over me, you did this, you did bad, you did that bad. Now it's like, well, no, I picked one guy, and it was a fair chance for everyone to get in the game. It's on you to be as good a stream joiner as God of Death, so that's that. Another thing about YouTube for me now is like obviously this is still a gaming channel, and you might even say it's still a Call of Duty channel, even though I am branching out into playing more games than just Call of Duty. There'll obviously be a lot of Call of Duty on this channel, but I don't want it to be the only thing going on. So but the microwave series, like it means more to me than I can explain, because what's cool about the microwave series is the production of it. Like I last couple episodes in a row, I've had to go out and buy a new microwave, and I like going out and buying a new microwave. I bring my son with me. He pushes the cart. We're sort of being outside, and he talks to me and I talk back, and I can't explain why this means so much to me, but it's like a really cool thing. And then we start filming, and my daughter, she really likes being on YouTube, so like she's in this really good mood most of the time anyway, not all the time, but she's in this really good mood, and like we're together, and you know, we'll plan it out, and it feels really movie-ish, right? Like, you know, I'll be like places, and then I'll like get the focus right on the camera, I'll yell quiet on the set, and Colin knows what that means, and you know, I'll ask Hope if she's figured out, you know, what lines, like she comes up with we change the name of the microwave series every week, and you know, she comes up with it each week, and you know, we'll figure that out. And like, I don't know what's neat about the microwave series, even though it's not a Call of Duty thing, like the bulk of my channel, is that it's, I don't know, it gets me out there, and it gets me to do something different, and I really, really like that. I like that it's a chance to, I don't know, live life outside of the man cave, and that's pretty cool. Another thing that YouTube's doing for me now is like some of these deals. Like I did a dancing competition, and that dancing competition, you guys will see more about it soon. But they flew me out to Hollywood, and they like treated me like I was a star, like I was the talent. You know, I was one of like 20 or 16 people that were the talent. 12, I don't know what it was, but they whatever, like I've never had a makeup artist before. I've never had a production assistant before whose job it was to like drive me around and like help me buy pajamas and stuff like that. It was like amazing to be treated like a star. Like I see it, and I'm like, you know, do you know that I'm just an ordinary person? Like it, you know, that's it's weird that you're treating me like a star. But it happens, and it happened on that set. They audio mic you up and everything. It's a really cool experience. I wish everybody could get it. But the now I have people who help me travel, which is kind of a neat thing. I can do things like PAX East, and it's just like enriching my whole life, and I feel so lucky. Like I never knew that it was going to come to this, right? It all started just because I wanted to play games with other people, and now it's turned into this like, well, one, you know, small business that provides for the family. And lately I've done a lot of charity stuff, and that feels pretty neat too. I know you guys don't want to be like milked every day, so I can't do that. But this month I did 2 charity drives, and I'm, you know, was pretty excited about it. And yeah, so I'm like going places, I'm doing things, I'm meeting people, and like life is really good. So that's the ride that I've been on. It will end someday. There's no doubt about it. But for right now, you know, I want to thank you guys for the tour. I hope you enjoyed the videos. And, you know, as always, have a good day. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, you can click on subscribe in the top right, or click on like. Everyone loves likes. 2 videos you may have missed. The top one is Borderlands Part 2, sort of a first impressions type thing. And the other one is my view on parenting and praise. So, have a good day.